defenseman. Check this out. He scores!
Saturday night.
One-on-one. How do you do? He scores! What a goal!
Saturday night.
The defenseman centering pass. He scores! That'll do it! Fakes, deets, great save!
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Los Angeles wins the draw. Big hit!
That was a big league body check.
Rubbed off the puck. LaPerriere grabbed it at center. In over the line. Blocked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
He spun him right into the ice.
Scramble. Scores! I think he was screened.
Oh, let's take another look at that one, Jim. Now, it's not easy to score with the backhand, but he executed it perfectly. The goalie was completely fooled.
And just like that, they move in front.
The other team had better take cover because they're in for a wild ride.
Rutu wins the faceoff. Over the line. Checked.
I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Deadmarsh. Over the blue line. Thrashed.
You can hear that one up here.
Out of their defensive end. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets run over by Vandermeer. Brings it out. Over the line.
Leveled. That was a throwdown. Run over. I could feel that one from here.
Into the attacking zone. Shove. Dempsey with a wrist shot. Thibault made the brilliant save. Chicago is diligent in their own end. They play a tough game in front of their net, and they do a pretty good job of clogging up all the passing lanes.
You're going to need a special effort if you're going to score on this team.
And the faceoff is won by Rutu. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shove. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Right in front. Thibault made the leg save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Modry. Delayed penalty call for Los Angeles. Miller gets called for interference.
Now he's got 2 minutes to consider the error of his ways.
Chicago will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill in that first unit. Armstrong looks like he wants to continue.
Now, the trainer might have something to say about that.
They'll have to look at that arm and make the call. Arneson looks like he got him clean.
I'd have to agree, Jim. Plenty of contact there, but nothing dirty. Sometimes it's just a matter of bad luck.
Or bad timing. Face-off won by Rutu. Pass back. Pushed. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Thibault got a leg on it. Brings it out. In over the line. Nordstrom knocks the puck loose. Straka grabbed it. In front. Czechmanik denies him. Across. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets checked by McCarthy. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Bowled over.
It's getting pretty intense down there.
We've reached the midway mark of the penalty, and they haven't been able to generate a whole lot of anything. Oh, what a big hit. Moved across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Nordstrom knocked him off the puck. Great contact. Czechmanik made the save. Deadmarsh brings it out. Over the line. Checked. He got dropped. Fleury in over the line. Cranked him.
Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Deadmarsh. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Chicago is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. In behind. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Straka. Turned aside by Thibault. Goaltender stopped that. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hit.
That looked like trouble.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Calder. In the corner. Shoots the puck. He scores, and we're tied at 1.
What a rocket he let loose on that shot.
That was absolutely unleashed on net, and it found the target. Chicago couldn't hold the lead.
At this rate, we could see the lead switch a few times.
Ruutu won the draw. Played back. In over the line. Push. Brings it out. Over the line. Frolov gets shoved. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Quick puck movement. Knocked him off the puck. Moved back. It's played across by Ruutu. He gets pushed by Straka. Passed over. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by McCarthy. In over the line. Bumped by Miller. In front. Big save by Czechmanek. Brings it out. Over the line. Nice move there by Deadmarsh. Fires it. Played up. Right in front. Awesome save. Thibault covers up for the whistle. Here in the first period, we're still tied 1-1. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Chicago. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Played across. Over the blue line. Rubbed off the puck by Radulov. In front. Shoots. Brilliant save by Thibault. He hangs on. The puck is about to be dropped. Ruutu wins the faceoff. Brings it out. In over the line. Daze went short. Great save! In the corner. Ruutu right in front. Czechmanek freezes the puck. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate to jump up in the rush.
And the faceoff is won by Ruutu. He gets leveled by Deadmarsh.
Great timing and great power.
Shove. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked up by Miller.
Stopped him cold.
Brings it out. Offside, Los Angeles. This guy needs to play aggressive to be effective.
Well, he doesn't flop down, so he has to play at the top of his crease. If he gets back on his heels, he gives away way too much net.
Yakubov won the draw. It's passed across by Deadmarsh. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Muscled off the puck. Keith grabbed it. Shoots quickly. Scores!
What a sweet wrist shot right there. He just picked his spot and snapped it home.
Face-off won by Stumple.
Run over. These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
Into the attacking zone. Daze shoots the puck. Turned aside. Czechmanek freezes the puck. 2 goals is a solid outing for anyone in this league.
Well, what's more impressive is how he's converting. He hasn't put a lot of rubber on net, but he scored twice. That's great finish.
He gets out-muscled by Arneson. Brings it out. Over the line. Leveled.
Excellent physical play.
Over the blue line. Wrist shot from the right. Czechmanic got a pad on it. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Berard. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Great save by Czechmanic. He hangs on to the puck.
Jim, I think he's stunned. He made a perfect shot and can't believe that the goalie stopped it.
About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Rutu. Flattened. In scores on the power play. They used the man advantage nicely on that goal, just like they drew it up in the dressing room. That makes it a tie game.
You hate to allow a goal near the end of the period. It can have a huge effect on momentum.
Played over the blue line. Brings it out. In over the line. Daze knocks the puck loose. Passed across. Passed over the line. Out of their defensive end. Offside, Los Angeles. Andy Murray had to overcome a lot of adversity in the 03-04 campaign, Craig.
Well, although they missed the playoffs, Jim, Murray's Kings were able to stay competitive while suffering through an unbelievable 536 games lost to injury.
Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Modry. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets roughed up by Daze. Weak wrist shot by Straka. Thibault covers up.
Jim, there's been a lot of extra activity after the whistle, and you can see the refs are trying to get control and break things up.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks. He gets hit by Deadmarsh. Nailed him. Straka shoots the puck. Pad saved by Thibault. In behind. Quick puck movement. Brings it out. Czechmanic moves out of the goal to play the puck. Los Angeles puts its third line out. Straka blocked. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down.
It's getting rough out there.
Advances the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Passed up to the neutral zone. In over the line. He gets leveled by Dempsey. Brings it out. And there goes the horn to end the first period. After 20 minutes of play, we're tied at 2.
Also entitled to discounts on many of our other events. Check our website for a full listing.
It was a hard-fought first period. Now the teams are coming back to the ice for round 2. We're ready for the face-off. There's a face-off win for Chicago. Over the line. He gets pushed by Nordstrom. Right in front with a one-timer. Leg save by Czechmanic. He covers up. Brian Sutter has made his way into the record books over the years in many ways.
Well, he's had a very successful career as a coach in the NHL, Jim. Sutter posted his 400th career victory back in 2002, making him only the 15th coach in NHL history to achieve such a milestone.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets run over by McCarthy.
He really got his man there.
Over the blue line. A penalty has been called. Gleason is going to the box for roughing.
The play started to break down on this sequence. Just watch the contact on the replay.
Chicago has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. Face-off won by Arneson. In front. Vishnowski knocked him off the puck. Czechmanik hangs on for the whistle. The ref is ready to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Arneson. Played back. Right in front. Pad save by Czechmanik. Arneson, hard shot, blocked. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Berard.
There's some physical play.
Arneson out of their defensive end. Over the line. Saved by Czechmanik. Pushed off the puck. Straka grabbed it. In the corner. In the corner. Takes it behind the net. Leg save. The action's about to start. The Blackhawks win the draw. Centering pass by Arneson. Dase, last one, goes behind his net. Los Angeles under attack in its own end of the ring. In over the line. Brings it out. Moved ahead by Vorobiev. Checked.
That's showing authority.
Out of their defensive end. Chicago couldn't strike with a man advantage. Now they're 1 for 3 in the game. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Vandermeer.
He laid the hit on him there.
Out of their defensive end. Chicago puts its second line out. Shove. Moved up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Oh, he hit the post. Brings it out. Over the blue line. The game is delayed while the glass is replaced.
He is one of the best body checkers in the league, and you can see how he explodes through that check.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Rutu. McCarthy gets checked. Quick puck movement. Over center. Over the line. Thibault made the huge save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
How about that spin?
In over the line. He gets nailed by Quint.
That's how you stand a guy up.
Played up. Over the blue line. Shove. He gets shoved by Miller. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Bowled over.
A devastating hit.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Big hit.
A smackdown.
Brings it out. Chicago's about to change players. Rutu shoved. Robitaille now has the puck. Over the line. Bumped off the puck. Nickel grabbed it. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Right in front. Leg save by Czechmanik. Brings it out. Los Angeles makes a line change.
Hit. A great job of stepping up.
Centered by Belanger. Thibault turned the shot aside. This guy gets down quickly and takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on.
There's a face-off win for Chicago. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped by Modry. Shoots it quickly. Saved by Czechmanik. Oop, post. In behind. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shove. Sent flying. Rink wide pass. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed by Modry. Intercepted by Straka. Brings it out. Over the line. Quint shoves him. Turned over. Shoots the puck. Shot is blocked by McCarthy. Thibault covers up for the whistle. So much of this game is about confidence.
Well, that's just it. Once a guy's found the scoreboard, he's always hungry for more.
Defenders should be keeping tabs on this guy. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Yakubov wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Nordstrom. In over the line. He gets hit by Quint. Scramble! Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets rocked by Keith.
Lines his man up and knocks him down.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Yakubov. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Straka. Checked. Intercepted by Deadmarsh. Thibault stones him cold. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Played over. Brings it out. Over the line. In front. Turned away. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. He gets out-muscled by Modry. Across. In over the line. He gets laid out by Radulov. Into the attacking zone. Hip checked. Chicago puts its third line out. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets bowled over by Radulov. A lateral pass. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Flattened.
That was a devastating blow.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Thibault makes the save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. McCarthy gets pushed. Chicago makes a line change. Frolov. Over the line. Crushed.
There's one to remember.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets taken out.
He unloads a big hit.
In over the line. Knocked him off the puck. Radulov grabbed it. Thibault reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Leveled. Brings it out. Over the line. Bowled over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up. Saved by Czechmanek. Frolov has been nailed for interference.
Now that's something you just hate to see because of the way it stops players from showcasing their skills.
Chicago has the one power play goal so far, and now they'll get another shot here. Arneson wins the draw. Pass to the point. Checked. Daze. Arneson with a wrist shot. Czechmanek gets his stick on it. In over the line. Laid out. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Daze shoots. He misses. Pass back. Scramble in front. Pad save. Sent flying. Over the line. Rink-wide pass. And that does it for the second period. After 40 minutes of play, we're tied at 2.
Before the game, why not eat during the game? Our arena restaurant offers great food with spectacular views of all the on-ice action. Call out the reservations to our next home game.
This game's close after 2 periods of play.
Whichever team comes out with some jump will take control of the third. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Arneson wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Deadmarsh gets knocked down. Brings it out. In over the line. It's played across by Arneson. He gets shoved by Vishnowsky.
That shook him up.
Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Nordstrom. Thibault turns it away. Daze out of their defensive end. Over the line. Knocked over.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by Thibault. Shoots the puck. Moved over. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Chicago's about to change players. In front. Great save! Chicago fails to convert on that power play. They're now 1 for 4 on the night. It's played up by Wisnowski. Over the line. Rocked. A lateral pass. In over the line. Right in front. He gets rocked up by Berard. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Daze in front. Gigantic save.
Oh, Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
The players are lining up at the face-off circle. Ruutu won the draw. Centering pass. Radulov fired it hard. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by McCarthy. He's unstoppable. Into the attacking zone. Ruutu gets roughed up. Shoots the puck. Straka grabbed it. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Didmarsh shoots the puck. Circling the net. Over the line. He gets hit by Gleason.
He stamped that one.
In over the line. In front. Thibault freezes the puck. Hey, Craig, maybe he'll get the next call by having a word with the official now. And this is what got him all fired up. You be the judge. The puck is about to be dropped. There's a face-off win for Chicago. He gets pushed by Straka. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Knocked down. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Played up. Over the line. Big hit.
Talk about a headache.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. It's passed over by Ruutu. In the corner. In front. Huge save. Shoots it. Stoned by Czechmanek. Los Angeles is under relentless pressure. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by McCarthy. Frolov fires. Thibault got a pad on it. Camilleri over the line. Shove. Brings it out. In over the line. Belanger hits him.
He really slammed into him there.
Turned aside. It's given away by Dempsey. He gets checked. Over the blue line. Nickel gets pushed off the puck. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Crushed. Out of their defensive end. Passed up to the neutral zone. Bowled over. Passed over. Into the attacking zone. Ruutu. Quick shot. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Robitaille corrals the puck. Knocked over.
He couldn't avoid that one.
Chicago's about to change players. Rocked. Across. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets out-muscled by Pops. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets leveled.
Talk about laying a guy out.
Brings it out. In over the line. Hard wrist shot by Keith. Big save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shove. Scores!
That play was about total awareness. Both the passer and the shooter had their heads up. Nicely done.
And the faceoff is won by Rutu. He gets pushed off the puck. McCarthy grabbed it. Run over.
He's a bit stunned after that one.
In front, T-Bone reached out for the puck, and he covers up. Los Angeles has picked this defense apart tonight.
They've used crisp, quick passes to exploit holes in coverage. Made the most of their chances. That's been the difference offensively.
Face-off won by Rutu. Brings it out. Over the line. Daze! Moved across. Avery gets thrashed. Gets the shot off. Belanger scores!
There's nothing as lethal as a quick and accurate wrist shot.
If only he'll be seeing that one in his nightmares. And the faceoff is won by Nichols. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot! Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. In the corner. It's a scramble. Six scores upstairs.
The puck came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks. Shoves. Moultrie fires it. Turned to scores on a great individual effort.
He didn't make any mistake there, Jim. Watch how he unloads the puck with the wrist shot. Pure skill right there.
The Blackhawks win the draw. He gets shoved by Straka. Checked. Rink-wide pass. Over the blue line. Deadmarsh gets checked. Over the line. Advances the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Quint gets run over.
He got clocked that time.
In over the line. Moved over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets worked over by Rubida. Carter, hard shot. Thibault made the pad save. Quick puck movement. Big Carter scores.
A good wrist shot is hard to stop, and that was a good wrist shot.
Nickel wins the faceoff. Over through center. Checked. Straka shoots quickly. Great save by Anderson. Leg save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by Modry. Rink-wide pass. Out of their defensive end. Played over, in over the line. Hit. Quick pass up. Over the blue line. He gets rocked up by Dempsey. Moved over. Brings it out. It's passed across by Gleason. Taken out. Long pass. Belanger shoots the puck. Radulov grabbed it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Knocked over.
You could feel the impact up here.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Knocked down. Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
He got worked over on that one.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Rubbed off the puck by Rutu. Shoots! 18,000 referees in the stands called a penalty. The two that count will not. Coast to coast! And that's the end. Chicago lost this game and trails the series by 1. From the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, I'm Jim Hewson.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time.
You